What?
Welcome.
How you doing, everyone? Welcome to Nation. Well, welcome to Mongrovian Mike's Corner.
It's more like it.
As so eloquently put by Dave LaGreca the other day on the show. Thanks, Dave. So I guess me and Deb are just chopped liver. Yeah. We still love you, though.
Come on,
Welcome to the Nation's Corner.
Get on with the niceties and let's get to my show. Come on.
You pipe down over there.
What's up, you son of a bitches?
What's going on? I'm your host,
I can't
Tony
see
Justice.
shit. I won't be able to do this show in stupid sunglasses.
Yeah. I'm your host, Tony Justice. Welcome to Nation's Corner. And I'm joined by my cast of characters over here. The beautiful, the one, the only Debhausen. How are you doing?
I am good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We got a cookout going on down at the house. I had to take a break, come up here to the show. They got a smoker. They've got 3 racks of ribs. We've got two drunken chickens, and we've got boudin on the plate. We've got smoked sausage on the plate. After the show's over, I am going to get fat. Just so y'all know, I'm going right back down there, and I'm going to eat me some barbecue. So let's go. So Deb, how you doing today?
I'm good. You guys have been teasing me all afternoon with your barbecue. So I had to run down the street and get me some barbecue of my own. So I just had some ribs, brisket, and pulled pork right before we came on the show here. So my belly's full with barbecue. I'm happy.
That's what we do. Now, to the other host with us, we're joined by who thinks it's his show, Mongrovian Mike. How's it going, brother?
Welcome, my people in my side character spotlight there.
And we're just the side characters to your main character.
I'm going to tell Maddie you said that. You're stealing her gimmick.
No, don't tell Maddie.
How's it going, Mike?
Anyway, that's it. Hey, listen, man. Me and you were on the same wavelength. You were making some drunken chicken. I was making a beer can chicken here too. And now after the show, I got to put some more stuff on the grill and go hang out. There's no wrestling tonight, thank God, and I'll be able to hang out outside, maybe smoke a cigar and have a couple of drinks with my extended fam.
Yeah.
Well, just to kind of let y'all in behind the curtain. So I'm down there with my brother-in-law, and we had, when you do a drunken chicken, you use a 12-ounce can basically, and you stick the can up the chicken's ass, basically. But
poor chicken.
All we had were the pints of Coors Light, and it were 16-ounce cans. And if you did that, the can would come out the top of the neck, and you don't want that. So what we had to do is we had to pour some Dr. Pepper and my sister loves Dr. Pepper. So we poured the Dr. Pepper in a cup, washed the cans out, poured the beer. My niece, who doesn't drink, by the way, had a funnel in the Dr. Pepper can, and she was pouring the beer into the funnel and got the beer, Dr. Pepper cans full of beer. Then I did a video. I haven't released it yet, but I did a funny video with the beer can inserting into the chicken. And just, you just take your imagination, let it run. But yeah, I did a video.
I'm just trying to imagine the larger beer can just going in the chicken on one end and out the other end.
Hey, but I was impressed that chicken took it all. I'm impressed. So when I get back down there, we're going to be eating good in the neighborhood. So,
oh my God.
On another note, wrestling, Deb, there was some Impact this week, correct?
Yes, there was some Impact. It's been a full day of wrestling for me. We had Impact Under Siege last night, but I am me and I love sleep, and I couldn't stay up to watch the whole show.
I'm disappointed in you, Deb. It
was right before the Knockouts Championship match started. So that was the second to last match, the one before the main event. And I'm like, guys, I can't do it. I'm going to bed. My eyes are closing. So got up this morning, finished Impact Under Siege, watched the Knockouts Championship, and then the main event, the Men's Championship, and then, so that's all I've done today is watch wrestling. Finished Impact Under Siege. Then
John's got the right idea.
yeah.
Beer into a chicken, greater than Impact Wrestling. Hey, yeah.
Then I immediately watched Rampage. Then I went right into SmackDown because I didn't catch those last night because I was watching Impact. And then went right into Night of Champions. And then I came on here. So that's been my day. But yeah, Impact Under Siege was a really good pay-per-view, I thought. I know we preach like every week that we're on, and they've been preaching it on Busted Open as well. If you're not watching Impact, start watching Impact. It was a great show. So Elder, I'm going to pass it off to you. What did you like most about the show from Impact last night?
Oh my God!
I think I know the answer already, but
you know the answer is.
Yes.
He is not human. PCO is not human, and Macklin, really for his first pay-per-view title defense, he went the whole 9 yards, man. The full Crimson Mask, and even I turned away with the staple.
Oh God! Okay, so let me tell you,
I'm a horror movie guy, so to me. Like, I could watch the staples going here, boom, staple him in the head.
Oh.
As soon as he started stapling his freaking mouth closed.
He stapled his mouth shut.
And then I knew that crazy son of a bitch was going to rip them out. And he gets needle nose and starts ripping them out. So,
yeah. Okay, so first, right before Macklin gets out the staple gun, he is standing over PCO. PCO is like leaning out of the ring. His head's like backing upside down. And Macklin standing over him, yelling in his face. Yeah. And the blood from Steve Macklin's face is dripping literally directly into PCO's nose and mouth.
Oh my God, that gives me flashbacks to the story that Bully says. You taste that
yes.
blood.
Oh my God, I was like, I saw that and I had to look away. I was like, oh no. I said, I hope Mark Henry's not seeing this because he would literally puke.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to watch that. If I had to turn away for 3 seconds, he definitely.
Yeah, but overall it was a great show. I thought the Knockouts match was just insane.
That was
my God, Jordan
awesome.
Grace and Dean Purrazzo just
they beat the crap out of each other.
My God. Yeah. Overall a really great show. So yeah, if you're not watching Impact, definitely start. It's become my favorite show of the week. It's been for a while.
Let's not forget the best part of the whole show,
which is what I thought you were going to say.
Was the end? Yeah,
get the tables.
Get the table. Yeah, get the tape.
Get the tables.
Get the table.
Yes. Yeah, and Bully comes out and chokes out. What's his name?
Scott D'Amore.
Scott D'Amore. Yes, I'm blanking. Sorry. Yeah, Bully comes out and chokes out Scott D'Amore. Oh, yeah.
It's all good.
And then
is she thinking about the barbecue or is she thinking about that beer can going up into the chicken?
Oh my God.
Well, at least they just grilled him regular. He could have said, if he would have said Macklin get the beer can, that could have turned things a whole other way. So we don't want to know about that.
Yeah. Yeah. The best part was
has been. Yeah, I mean, when Vince McMahon got his ass kicked all the time, but he's a big guy. Like Scott D'Amore, I know he's a wrestler, but right now he just looks like a doughy fucking manager, and a doughy boss. And Man, he's getting his ass kicked worse than that. He's getting it worse than McMahon ever got from like Stone
Yeah.
Cold. Man.
Yeah,
Forget about
Scott D'Amore
Vince
came
never got
out
put to a
and
table, flaming table.
he put
Yeah,
the
he's
he
been
put the
getting his
belt on
ass
Steve
kicked.
Macklin like he said he would, but then Steve Macklin turned down his handshake. Then Bully came
Exactly.
out. Bully chokes out Scott D'Amore and then turns to Steve Macklin and said, "Get the tables." And what did Steve Macklin say? "I like the way you think."
Wow.
Oh
I
my God,
saw
it
that.
was so good. Yeah, lit
I
the
did not
table
get
on
to-
fire.
I did not get to watch the pay-per-view, but I saw the clip on Twitter of Bully putting Scott through that flaming table, and it just looked amazing. Of course, of course, a flaming table looks amazing. So,
Well,
Yes.
I told Butthead that you didn't watch the pay-per-view, and he has something to say to you.
You dumbass.
hey, but I bet Butthead's not eating some fire ass barbecue when I get off the show.
Oh no. Yeah, no. You see that place. If there's a barbecue near those two, the house is on fire.
Yeah. So
Fire,
if you haven't watched Impact Under Siege, like I didn't get to watch it, go. Is it on replay?
It's on Fight.
Fight.
It's
Okay,
on Fight,
so
yeah.
get
It's
on
on
Fight
Fight.
TV.
$9.99.
Get on Fight
Yep.
TV. Shout out to Sonny Ono. Get on Fight TV and rewatch Impact Under Siege, plus many other great wrestling events that are on Fight TV. Fight TV and Title Match Network are doing some amazing things for the wrestling community.
Yes, allowing the masses to have access to all these different shows.
Right.
Whereas, prior, like to all the online stuff, you either just saw the stuff in your local area or tape trading, you had to know someone. So the fact that we get access to all this stuff from all across the world is just amazing.
Or you have to pay for everything separate. Now you got Fight Plus.
Yep.
And you could watch for Fight Plus, you could watch all 35 pay-per-views that GCW has every month. So
So
I mean, you can't miss with that, and everything else is going to be. And I believe NWA is going to be on the Fight Plus too. So that's even an extra added bonus. And I think people have been sleeping on NWA lately, but I think they've been picking up their game, and I would definitely recommend people just check it out on YouTube. It's for free. Shout out to the
same
thing with MLW, man. Just check out this other stuff out there. If you're getting pissed off with AEW or WWE, there's plenty to go.
Shout out to the Bitter Trio there, NWA.
Hashtag NWA fam.
Still fam. Look, behind me.
So anyway. I wanted to touch on something. Like before I got into talking about Impact, I wanted to touch on something. Speaking of Title Match Network, I was at CCW Flatline with John in South Jersey. Shout out to Johnny Boy, who is, by the way, in Newark, New Jersey right now with Front Row. Front Row and Mrs. Front Row are going on a cruise, and they're sailing they're going on a Canadian cruise or something. I don't know exactly where they're going.
I don't remember where they're going.
They're in Newark, New Jersey right now, and John drove from Paulsboro, New Jersey up to Newark to hang out with them tonight. So shout out to all of y'all, and I hope y'all have a amazing time on the cruise.
I would have gone to visit them in Newark, but I had to be here with you guys, so
yeah, we all can't be everywhere, and I would have loved to have been there with them as well, but I'm at home, and I'll get to hang out with Front Row eventually, but because I missed the heck out of him. And Shannon.
I know it's been a while since we saw each other in person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm needing a crew fix. I'm serious. I need a crew fix. I was telling John last weekend, we were at CCW Flatline, and which is an amazing show, by the way, and they streamed on Title Match Network. So if you want to check out CCW Flatline, go on Title Match Network and find it, and you will love the show. Me and John were there live, and they did great numbers for their first night. And then the next day, we went to Celeb Fest in Baltimore. Well, actually, not in Baltimore. It was in Westminster, Maryland, which is about an hour on the outskirts of Baltimore. But me and John actually got to work a table for the first. I've never worked a table, period. So I'm only going to speak for myself. I don't know what John has done, but me and John both worked the CCW autograph table. Kylan King was there at our table. Rebecca J. Scott, Janai Kai, Becca, and Notorious Mimi, and Ultraviolet. We were all there. And I got to help out Rebecca J. Scott and Janai Kai on their the fans coming up and wanting autographs and pictures and stuff, and I would hold the camera for them and take the picture. And I actually got to spend some quality time with Janai Kai and Rebecca J. Scott, and I'm actually even a bigger fan of them now than I was, just because I got to spend some quality time with them and got to BS with them and got to make them laugh, and just the experiences that I had there at that table. And, not only at the table, but there at the event, I got to see Sonny Ono. I got to visit with Mark Henry, have some quality time with them. It was amazing. And I missed my crew. And I told John, I was like, man, it's cool being here with you, but damn it, I missed my crew. I wish everyone was there with us that could be there. So definitely we need a crew fix in the near future. So
yes, we do.
Oh, yeah,
I just wanted to go and talk about CCW for a little bit, and shout out to John, Nation's Corner on Location. That's his hashtag that he is so proud of, and yeah, it's definitely something to get behind, really, because John has brought some amazing interviews to the show, along with Mongrovian Mike, and Deb. You've brought some interviews as well. I mean, I think we're all riding a wave of success that we're not having to go extra and do anything extra to be us. We're just doing what we do.
What we do.
And shout out to everyone in the live chat who supports us. Like and subscribe, and shout it from the rooftops. Like and subscribe, Nation's Corner, because we're doing good things. I think we're doing good things for the wrestling community as a whole.
We're different. We're different.
We're not just a recap show. We're not someone that you're going to come to with a reaction to some wrestling. Right. We're just going to tell you how we feel on anything.
We created our own lane, and we're staying in our own lane. We're not trying to do anything different, as far as the way we are. How we are is how we are, whenever we're together and whenever we're not on this show or whatever. We're real. So besides that, you were talking about Title Match Network, and we'd be remiss if we didn't. The Nation's Corner just re-upped again, and we're proud to be sponsors of Mission Pro Wrestling, which we love. We love everybody in Mission Pro Wrestling. Brian, Thunder, Emily, I guess front row, but more Shannon. And Jeremiah and the whole crew. Everybody does stuff. Everybody does their job there. They put on a great product. To go to Title Match Network, and you can watch two great all women's promotions. They don't compete against each other. They put on live shows. They share many of the same talents, and they treat their talents pretty much the same way. Brian, I believe Mission Pro set a standard, a gold standard out there, and everybody go on, man. June is it June 10th?
June 10th.
June 10th.
Mission Pro Wrestling. True Colors.
Yes.
And,
so if you're in the San Antonio area and want to go to Mission Pro True Colors, go to their website to get tickets. If you're not in the San Antonio area, you can watch on Title Match Network. But yeah, I like what you said about, Mission Pro and CCW are both all women's independent wrestling promotions. We all have the same goal. We all want to see all of them succeed. So yeah, I support them both. You know, we've been lucky enough to be able to have connections with them both.
It really
it's
is
been great.
well worth it. It really is well worth it. Right now, you have Title Match Network, and you have Fight Plus, and you can pretty much watch all the other stuff. But those are the ones. Those two stations, those two apps there, really help us see a lot. I know there's some more apps out there, but when I hit the lottery, I'll start getting more apps and finding more time. Yeah. Well, look, Deb, what do we try to watch besides podcasts and stuff? Ring of Honor, AEW, WWE, which has a million shows, and on and on and on. It's Impact and MLW.
There's a lot. You could watch wrestling all day, every day.
And
you might get sick of it after a while, but you could.
Independent shows are all kicking ass. I mean, Creative Pro.
Oh my God, yeah.
Creative Pro. What's the one by you? AAW.
AAW in South Jersey. We got
PPW.
PPW here in Slatington. Their next show is coming up. There's another one, LVAC in Bethlehem that Ian Riccaboni is involved with. There's a lot. Yeah. Anywho,
let's go.
Great talk. Anywho, we just had Night of Champions a little bit earlier this afternoon. We won't really get into everything on it because there's probably a lot of people who haven't been able to see it yet, being that it was an afternoon pay-per-view. But I'll just say that I thought it was a good show overall. I really think that WWE has been doing a much better job recently of making the Saudi shows must-see. There was a while there where I was like, I don't need to watch that. Like, there's nothing that I have to see on there. It just, a lot of the cards felt like they were just kind of thrown together.
They've evolved. Today they had two women's matches, two main women's matches.
Yes.
Two championship matches.
Yes.
I mean, before the first one, they had nobody, and maybe a couple of the talents went there, but weren't on TV. The second time they had Renee Paquette was allowed, Renee Young, that then was allowed to be on the broadcast table.
Yeah.
And they had a match.
Yeah.
And then they had another match. But now they definitely evolved it. And I'm telling you, man, they put on a great. Say what you will. They put on a great freaking show. You get all of the bells and whistles. It's like another WrestleMania type event, but not, of course, not 2 days and not 8 hours long. It's short enough. What the hell? It was great, I thought.
And I have to say, I thought the crowd was really great. I know, the first couple Saudi shows I remember seeing, it seemed like the crowd, was kind of like, I don't know, they felt stifled. Like it seemed like there was, just a lot of older men sitting in the front row. And this show, it was mostly kids and younger people sitting up. The crowd was hyped. The crowd was singing along with Seth Rollins' song, with Cody's song.
They knew the words.
They knew the words. Yes. They knew
I heard them saying, something, Cody Rhodes.
Shout out to John Silver.
John Silver's great. I love that guy. Another Long Islander. You can never mention Long Islanders too often.
Yeah, of course. But I thought the crowd was really hot. It was cool to see, all the kids get super hyped. The guy that Cody gave his belt to was like, he was just like, oh my God, he was going nuts. He was having a fit. Yeah, it was a great show. I won't give away spoilers because not everyone saw it, but
Yeah.
it was
We
the
can't give
ending
away.
was great.
We can't give away two spoilers. We saw
Sore.
we saw Mustafa Ali, his journey to Mecca, and we saw
Yes.
Sami Zayn's emotional journey to Mecca. And
Yes.
also, it won't give away anything, but Sami takes the mic at the stadium there and greets everybody in Arabic in Syrian.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, that was a cool moment. Sammy talking to the crowd in Arabic. You know, we know a little bit about Sammy's, you know, journey. This is the first time he's been to one of the Saudi shows. So it was, I'm sure it was extremely emotional for him. And you could see it on his face during his entrance. You could see the emotion on his face.
So with Mustafa Ali, is he getting a little bit of a rocket strapped to his back now, or is it Mansoor? Okay, we're gonna appease the crowd, like, okay, you know, hey Natty, we're in Toronto, Natty's gonna get a win tonight. We're good, you know.
Yeah,
but
that's hard to say because you know it was an important
thing
for him because of his background, but who knows?
Yeah,
who's to say?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Yeah.
Shout out to.
All right. Anything else you want to mention about Night of Champions before we move on?
Night of Champions was just an awesome show. Go back on Peacock and watch it. It's, you know, it's well worth it. It's really it's a great pay-per-view. Like I said, you know, WWE, sometimes you never know with the off pay-per-views, but they 99% of the time they do deliver, you know. You know, oh, what is it? Oh, Great Balls of Fire. What a stupid, and then it kicks your ass.
Right. And it was an awesome pay-per-view.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend watching it. You know, as much as I, you know, don't want to support the Saudi shows, they're really making it hard not to watch it these days. So they're making it must see.
It's stuff like, it's things like this that force their hand, you know, that they've gotta come into the modern era.
Yeah. They gotta step up.
It's little things like this that get, you know, it's a different time now, you know. If you go back to like the 70s, okay, or the 80s, communication wasn't good well enough. Now it's like this, you can't watch every cell phone and every tablet. You can't keep up with it. They have to let the people be free. All they have to do is go to Israel and see how free it is there.
Right.
You know, and you go to these other big places where they promote all of this tourism and stuff, Dubai and Saudi, which is a big tourist place, and Egypt. You know, Egypt is a place where people want to go and visit and see the pyramids and see, you know, pretty much the beginning of time.
Right.
You know, so they've gotta get, you know,
they got to evolve.
They're certainly putting their hand in all different types of athletics. You know, they have that golf league now. They're I just saw online yesterday they're forming their own like professional soccer league, which is kind of being hyped to, you know, possibly it's probably going to be one of the top leagues in the world, along with the English Premiership League and La Liga. So yeah, they're putting their foot into a lot of different sports, and they're pretty successful with it so far.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, on that note, on that show, that of course the ending was unbelievable, and about 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more layers of the you know, head of the table, the story it keeps going, and
keeps going.
Yeah.
It's the story that keeps giving. And let me just say, you know what I mean, if you don't think this is the best storyline going, and if you don't think Roman is taking all of these people with him and putting all these people over. The whole family is so over in this.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's just so it's amazing, and it's 1,000 days. Congratulations, Roman.
Yeah,
1,000 days.
Acknowledge it.
Gets his props
Crazy.
for sure.
My boy David.
Crazy.
My boy
I
David
acknowledge.
acknowledges
I
him.
acknowledge my tribal chief.
That's right.
Anyhow.
All
right. Shall we move on?
Well, on that note,
don't
let's
look at
get into some AEW Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
We are going to attempt to go through some matches and give some predictions. Deb, where do you think we should start on this illustrious card?
Let's start with the buy-in. Because it's the buy-in.
The buy-in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got the graphic here. The Hardys and Hook versus Ethan Page, which is, I know Deb is one of her favorite people, and the Gun Club. I have a story to tell y'all. I don't know if I'm able to tell the story because it's Mark's to tell. I'll let Mark tell it because I talked to Mark on last Sunday, and there is an interesting detail between him and the Gun Club, and I was involved in a little bit of that story. So yeah, I think I'll let Mark tell that story when he's ready to tell it.
He just did a Tommy.
He did.
Yes, I did.
He did.
Yes,
He's like, I got a story, but I'm not going to tell you.
Hey, who am I to step in front of Mark Henry?
You're right.
Steal his thunder.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't want that smoke.
We will see it unfold if we see it unfold.
Right. So
but,
anyway.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
What do you think? Mongrovian Mike, what do you think? Who do you think's coming out the victor in this match?
Well, Hook doesn't lose.
Plus, it's the Hardys' first match back being together.
Yeah,
of course.
In the ring, other than the firm deletion.
Yeah,
I think this is unanimous.
They're deleting the S boys.
Yes.
Hardys and Hook are definitely going over. Yeah, it was supposed to be Isaiah Cassidy, but Isaiah Cassidy got attacked, and he's not cleared to wrestle. So we found out on Rampage that Hook was taking his place. Hardys and Hook, Ethan Page and the Guns. As much as I love Ethan, I gotta go with the Hardys and Hook.
Yes.
How could you not?
He was hurt. He was hurt because more people will go for the buy-in with Hook. So,
well,
I mean, Hook's over.
Hopefully, Ethan Page doesn't take your name out of the credits, Deb, for going against him in this pick. So,
I'm still a Patreon subscriber. Still a Patreon subscriber.
Shout out to those who watch the Toy Hunt, the vlog from Ethan Page. Our very own Debhausen is in the credits and has been there for about 2 years now, correct?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
He's been in the credits. Of course, the credits, you have to
There's a lot more names added than when I first signed up.
But
when I first signed up, there wasn't that many names.
I was watching it the other night, and I happened to pause it at the right moment, and I took a picture of her name. She is there. So shout out to our very own Debhausen for supporting Ethan Page.
And my government name at that.
Yeah, it's her government name. Yeah. So we all have government names. I didn't know if anybody realized that.
But... He said, "You fucking Mark."
All right, so Deb, where do you think we should go next? What match?
I don't know specifically. I don't know if it was announced what order the matches are going in on the card. I don't know. Why don't we go with Anarchy in the Arena?
We're just gonna pick our own matches.
All right, Anarchy in the Arena.
Okay.
Yeah. See. There it is.
There we go.
There we go.
The Elite versus the Blackpool Combat Club, which is going to be, I think, the match of the night. It's going to be you thought the turning your head away from PCO getting his mouth stapled shut was bad. Well, I think this is going to it might top that because
I
I
think
don't know what
go
happened.
back to that picture, Deb.
Oh, I took it off. Sorry.
Yeah, go back to that picture. Look, if we should staple the Nation's Corner logo to Wheeler Yuta's head.
But Mox came out on Wednesday and said you thought that the blood that I've shed or whatever has been whatever excessive. You ain't seen nothing yet, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
who was the caller that called up and said he should have busted open during that promo, just out of doing the promo? That would have been great. That caller made me pop so much, man.
Oh my god,
that was great.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think this match is going to be, obviously crazy, Anarchy in the Arena. This is a story that I feel has been very interesting. I think there's a lot of stories in AEW that are kind of going unnoticed because a lot of it has been very subtle. I feel like this story at times was very subtle, especially the story within the Elite, of Hangman reuniting with the Elite. That has been very kind of under the radar that a lot of people haven't necessarily noticed. This story has been like 2 years in the making. And if you watch BTE,
right.
There's been so many layers to this that people aren't really noticing that much. So I think this will be really, really good, really intense, probably very bloody, but I think that the Elite come out on top.
I agree. Mongrovian, how do you feel about it?
I'm rooting for the BCC.
Of course you are.
I want to see them leave them all a bloody mess.
Of course, you have to have the one that goes against the grain, and I think it's going to be. Going to be a.
Forget about who
match.
wins. Forget about who wins. Who's going to be the first one busted open?
I'm going to go Kenny Omega.
Who's going to be the first one that's going to be bleeding?
I'm going to go
Kenny Omega.
Nah, I don't think so.
You think Kenny Omega's going to bleed before Mox does?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think Wheeler Yuta's going to be the first one busted open.
Oh. Can I just say, I am really enjoying watching Wheeler Yuta kind of like find himself in this group with the Blackpool Combat Club.
Well, he's a super heel in ROH, so
yeah, and he's being coached by the three of the best, three of
right
the best.
Claudio is the one that has him the most because every time he's in a tag match, he's with Claudio.
Yeah. In ROH, Claudio is always there with him.
Claudio comes out and says, "Come on, that's it, enough. Let's go." And
I think Wheeler Yuta's very young, but he's gonna be great someday.
Yeah, you know what it is.
You watch.
It's the other three are on such a level that they have to make Wheeler get up to their level. So that's what
they are molding him. They are molding him.
He's there
into something great.
He's their Randy Orton Jr.
Yeah.
Well,
agreed.
I think what could get Wheeler Yuta over more is if they start spelling his name like Elder says it. Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta.
Wheeler Yuta.
Get it on a match.
Wheeler Yuta.
No, Wheeler Yuta.
Wheeler Yuta.
Wheeler Yuta. Okay. I think that will get Wheeler over more.
Man, what can I do, man?
Hey, Mongrovian.
Yeah.
I have the same problem because people get on me about my accent. Don't y'all?
Yeah.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
y'all
get on you
get on
about
me
saying
about my
y'all because I say it too now.
Not like me, you don't.
Oh,
'Cause
no,
I got
because I'm
that.
not from Texas.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go.
Oh,
All right,
if she
Deb.
was down in Texas in 2 weeks,
Anyhow.
she'd be like a little bell, little Southern belle.
No.
Hey, y'all. I'm just sitting
All
on the
right.
porch sipping some sweet tea.
All right, Deb, where are we going now?
Why don't we go to Jericho and Cole next?
Yes. This match has definitely told a story. Because when Cole was handcuffed and the Outcasts beat the crap out of Britt Baker with Jericho kind of directing traffic, that was kind of tough to watch a little bit, but they definitely wore her out with that kendo stick,
Not for
even though
me.
she might have deserved it. But that's beside the point.
I didn't feel
But-
sorry one bit.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely had some. This story has had some legs, and culminating with last week on Dynamite with the contract signing, with Cole and Roderick Strong at one end of the table, and the Jericho Appreciation Society on the other. And when things looked bleak for Adam Cole, here comes Sabu, which, as discussed on Busted Open the other day, made no sense. Yes, it's cool to see Sabu on AEW television, but where is the connection? Where is the story? And I'm sure, I mean, it's going
You know
to
what
be,
the
I think,
connection is, right? Do you understand what
yes,
the connection is? To me,
Yes.
the connection is
Flame.
the original wizard.
Yes,
Sabu's father was the original wizard.
yes.
And that's where it comes from. You're not a wizard. Nobody passed that on to you. And plus, we want to see Sabu go through some put people through some tables.
Is he healthy enough to
Yeah.
take bumps?
Who cares? I want to see him go, man. They can do it. Anybody can do it.
right.
Truth be known,
That's exactly what I was thinking whenever they were
me-
talking about it on
listen,
Busted Open.
Listen, me, and Lily are the Sabu fans, right there,
Shout out
man.
to
Up
Lily.
in the air. Shout out
Shout
to
out to
Lily.
Lily.
Yeah. Call Chad.
Oh, I talked to him earlier, by the way. He called me.
You didn't call.
On his
You
way
didn't
home
wait for
from
the
work.
show.
No, he didn't wait for the show. He called me. He knew I was sitting on the porch with my family, and he called me, and I was sitting by my mom, and I had him on speakerphone. That's a bad. By the way, it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing when you have Chad from Albany on speakerphone. Just saying.
Yeah,
Because
I wouldn't recommend that.
Inside.
I
This
had
is
to
inside
get up
baseball.
and
This is inside baseball, but you know what, though? I'll tell you one thing, though. Chad, you didn't want any spoilers. You're getting home from work. Roman and Solo Sikoa are the new tag team champions. There you got it. Sorry.
Yeah, he's watching Night of Champions as we speak. So shout out to Chad from Albany. Love you, brother. Even though you won't say it back. Anyway, so
F him.
who we picking? Who we picking for this match? I am going with Adam Cole. Yeah.
I disagree. I'm going with Jericho because I believe that Adam Cole loses and then sets his sights on MJF.
Interesting. Mongrovian Mike, what do you say?
I think two ways it could go. Either Adam Cole wins. I think Adam Cole's going to win, but if it goes Jericho's way, I think it's because he gets. I don't see Britt's not a face. She doesn't sell me as a friggin' as a goody. Like I see when I see Sheeta come out, I want to see Sheeta crack her over the head with the kendo stick again.
So you're saying we're gonna get a Britt heel turn at Double or Nothing?
I'd like to see it. Yeah,
on her
you
own
weren't there
boyfriend.
for me. I'm not here for you.
Interesting.
I was there all those months for you with this. You know, we see on the reality show. She was there all those months, worried about poor little Adam with his little headaches and dizzy spells, and then she comes out to save him and winds up getting her ass handed to her.
Yeah.
So and it's embarrassing for her because she's a little stuck up, diva, and
Right.
Saraya should have hit her about 20 more times with the kendo stick anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
I'm
interesting.
an anti-den type.
Yeah. So before we go to the next match, interesting perspective from Mongrovian Mike and Deb. I want to give a shout out to the live chat. Thank y'all for being in the live chat. I want to, give y'all some shout outs. John Bay, nerd of music and films. I just want to say, I'm looking back at your comment. Nerd of music and films, all by myself. Don't want to be all by myself. You're not alone. You're not alone, dude, because you're here with the Nation's Corner. And, anytime we can be there for you, no matter what, or anyone that may be feeling alone, you're not alone, because the wrestling fans in general are a community. And as long as you're surrounding yourself with like-minded, positive people within the wrestling community, that's where you want to be, because there's a lot of toxicity within the IWC. And that they can just shout into the abyss for all I care. We as a group are positive people within the wrestling community, and you're in the right place, dude. So welcome, and we love seeing you each and every Saturday night in the live chat. Of course, we've got Seth, Todd, Coach. What's up, Coach? We've got RA, who's always there. RA, shout out to RA. David Mitchell in Wichita. What's up, my brother? Yeah, man. We've got a lot of people that's representing in the live chat. So we want to thank each and every one of y'all. Jason Luck, I appreciate you being here, brother. Yeah, man. Stephen Wyan, I saw him show up a while ago. What's up, Stephen? Yeah, so we want to thank each and every one of y'all. And again, if y'all would, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I know most of y'all have subscribed already, but hit that like button if you don't mind. We'd appreciate it.
Share it.
John Bay,
share
of course.
it. Recommend us to all your friends.
Yeah.
There's a couple of shows. There's a whole bunch of shows you can go back and watch, man. Busted Open Fans. We just interviewed Paul Ehrlich a few weeks ago. We had a great interview with Chrissy Bell. Chrissy, an anti-bullying advocate. So, I mean, if there's some really great interviews out there. John's got a few standalone interviews with certain independent talent in the Northeast area. We're always doing it.
So we thank y'all for being part of this. We do this all for y'all. Yes, we're doing this. I mean, Deb and Mongrovian Mike are two of my closest friends in the entire world. Yes, we're doing this because we love to do it.
That front row guy too.
Front row is definitely close to me. He's one of my core. So we do this because we love it, but we also do it because we enjoy interacting with all of you out there. So we want to thank y'all for helping us along. And
I'd like to say that too, that we have a respect for the talent and the people that put on these shows, and the people the people behind the scenes, in the ring, outside the ring, putting the ring together, setting up the chairs, whoever they are, all of them. Even Jasmine Allure, who can't hold a championship for more than 10 seconds. I respect all of them. Even JP, who cries when he gets kicked in his pee-pee. But, whatever.
Poor JP.
Yeah, nah.
Man.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to JP.
You know what?
Shout out to JP.
Can we say we forgot about Willow too?
Yes.
Congratulations.
We are so happy for Willow. Yes.
There's something else
We
that
love
people were talking about
Willow.
watching. New Japan. Watch it. The brand New Japan Strong Women's Champion.
Yes.
Willow Nightingale.
Yep.
So, I mean, she's got
go
a
back
chance
on the
to
app.
really go. This is her chance. It's like when when the big guy got hurt, and then Tom Brady, this little nobody named Tom Brady, got put in. You know, and this is the same kind of position that she's in, and I think. Well, we know AEW kind of dropped the ball because, God forbid, they have to push their pay-per-view and they can't give 30 more seconds to her. But that's besides the point. Either way, congratulations to her. So excited for her. So excited.
And go back on the app.
Yeah.
Go back on SiriusXM's app to listen to Dave and Thunder's interview with her yesterday on Busted Open.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to listen because I was at home, but I'm gonna go back and listen to it. And yes, watch her match from tonight as well. She had a definite spotlight put on her, unfortunately, because Mercedes has an injury. But Willow Nightingale will always be able to go back and be the inaugural New Japan. How is it pronounced? New Japan.
The New Japan Strong. It's the New Japan Strong champion.
Yeah. She'll always be able to say that. She'll always be able to own that. So congratulations to her. So on that note, on talking about AEW talent, Deb, where do we go next for a match?
So let's do, before we get into all the championship matches. Well, I guess this is a championship match. So the Blackjack Battle Royale for the AEW International Champion. OC defending against 20 other men.
Wow.
So there's quite the array of talent there.
All right. I'll tell you who I want to win, and I don't want anyone in that whole group to win except for Switchblade.
Yeah.
That's the only one I want to see walk away. If Orange Cassidy is dropping it, that's the only guy there that I want to see walk away with that belt. And that's it. There's none of those jabronis in the mask. None of them. I don't want to see anyone.
Yeah,
Big Bill can suck on his lollipop and whatever.
Oh, now.
I don't care.
Bill, that is big.
It's Switchblade time. Switchblade time. No, we're talking about New Japan and everything. We're talking about people that need a shine. That guy needs a belt, and he will draw the heat.
Yeah.
He's a heat magnet, and he will put asses in those seats.
I definitely agree with that. I do think it'll be a very interesting match. You know, these matches with a lot of people tend to be really chaotic when there's so much going on. But you know, I think we'll see some really interesting things with, you know, there are some people in the match that kind of have conflicts with each other. So I think we're going to see layers of different things of other individual stories kind of playing out a little bit during the match. So it'll be chaotic, of course, but I do agree that Jay White should come out on top.
I think I'd love to see this company have a whole bunch of heels. Who's Wardlow going up against?
Well, let's do that one next. That is the TNT Championship. Wardlow and Christian Cage
the
for the TNT Championship.
Yeah.
That would be perfect. Can you imagine the heat and seats that would be filled at all these arenas to see some over babyface unseat one of these guys? You have Christian, you have Jay White, you have MJF, and you have Samoa Joe. And you have Claudio too. All drawing heat. I think that's what draws people. People want a reason to go and see these guys get their asses handed to them and lose the belt.
Yeah. And quote Tommy Dreamer, Christian is a dick.
I think
yes.
Always got to put that in there.
Yeah. I think we're getting Wardlow retaining in this one. I think Wardlow's going to retain.
I think so too. I don't want to see Wardlow lose it yet. I think he's going to retain, and I think he's going to hopefully kick the shit out of Christian for everything that Christian has done.
Wardlow? Yeah. Wardlow?
Where's my mama?
Hey, on a
my
busted open
moniker.
note, that
Sugar
Dave
daddy.
cracks me up when he does the Wardlow impression. When he does and he goes
Wardlow.
off
My
on that
word.
impression of oh my god.
My word.
I'm
Lord
driving down the
Alfred
road and I'm laughing my ass off. I'm laughing my ass off when he does that.
Sugar
All
daddy.
right.
Sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy.
So let's
Yeah.
go
What's
on
next, Deb?
to the TBS Championship. We just did the TNT Championship, so let's do the TBS Championship. Jade and Taya. I think
go ahead.
I think Taya is getting it. I think this is Jade's time. Jade I mean, I don't know where Jade goes from here, though, but I definitely think her time is up with the TBS Championship.
For
I
sure.
agree with that. Mongrovian, what do you say?
The era of Jade Berg. Let's get out of it.
Yeah.
I want to see her lose it, be humbled by losing it, and then go straight for Jamie Hayter and her belt, or whoever is going to be holding that title. Whoever's holding that title at the respective time, it's time for Jade to climb up now. Okay, she had this belt kind of, she really steamrolled over everybody. It's enough with that. I don't,
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, with Jade, we've seen her have squash match after squash match after squash match. She, unfortunately, hasn't had a lot of opponents in the ring that force her to work up. It's all like, we've seen a lot of the indie talent that we love
tomorrow. That's for sure.
Exactly. And that's what Jade needs. Jade needs to be in the ring with someone who forces her to work up, who forces her to actually wrestle. And, that's the only way she's going to improve. Not doing these 30-second, pick you up and slam you down 1, 2, 3. Like that's not helping her to improve as a wrestler.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good point, Deb.
Anyway, we're all in agreement on that.
Yes.
Let's go on to the women's championship then.
Yeah. Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm. I'm gonna go. I really think that Toni Storm is gonna take it.
I would agree. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do remember seeing something that Jamie Hayter was injured, but Tony Khan still says there's no change in the match. So I'm not sure. I don't know what the injury is, but I do remember seeing something about that the match is still going on as scheduled. I do think that Toni Storm wins it. I think this will be Tony's redemption from the whole interim debacle. And I think she does deserve an actual title reign, not the interim BS.
I was actually going to say that. I was actually going to say this is her redemption for being the interim. So, Mongrovian, what do you think? Yeah. Mongrovian, what do you think, brother?
I don't know, because they jumped the backstage there on Dynamite, or was it Rampage? She got jumped by the Outcasts.
That was Dynamite.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, they say they're going on with the match. She's doing. I guess they're having. She's doing like a Cody. I guess I'm gonna battle injured maybe, and
maybe
Britt does something that slips her up. Maybe not on purpose, but still accidentally on purpose. Who knows?
Accidentally on purpose.
Good point. Because if Jamie loses the title to Tony, that opens up Jamie and Britt to feud. Like if Britt turns on Jamie or whatever, and they can feud without the title being in the picture, that can open that up. I mean, you'd have the Outcasts being a group, a faction, and then have Britt and Jamie, break apart or whatever, and then who you're going to have feud with the Outcasts. So you have that, but I mean, we're all, and I know we all talk about it all the time. How we know that it's going to happen eventually with Britt wanting to be the center of attention, and her and Jamie are obviously going to be the feud. So
Yeah.
I just don't know if that'll ever happen, when it'll happen, really, because it's going to happen, but when is the right time?
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the tag team match. That is for the tag team champions, FTR against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett with Mark Briscoe, special guest referee.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're going to retain.
I think FTR is definitely retaining. Shout out to the Pro Wrestling Tees for making so many FTR shirts that I want to buy. Like, is there like a sign up list that I could just get automatically signed up for every FTR shirt that comes out? Because I want it. I want it all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I also put a
FTR
shout out to PW Crates that they should do a busted open crate of the month.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's
if you have not seen that, check Mongrovian Mike's Twitter out, because
he
tweeted out a picture of what a busted open crate would look like. That was you popped me, dude. You pop me all the time, but that popped me when you did that. So but yeah, shout out to Big Boss Man Eddie Priscilli. Let's get a busted open crate going monthly.
Yes.
Big
Boss Man.
Big Boss Man.
No, PW Crate. The crate should just make it 1 month, have it busted open themed.
Busted open, yeah.
All
busted open stuff.
There you go. A little Dave LaGreca brawler.
Oh my God.
Hey, maybe you could get this.
Chase will be wearing those shitty orange sneakers.
This 8x10 right here of Dave, right after Thunder Rosa chopped the shit out of him. It's autographed, by the way. Yeah, you could get that in your future busted open crate. So yeah. So Deb, what match are we going to go to next?
All right. Well, there's really only one match left. The main title match.
The Pillars.
The Pillars. The Pillars.
Jungle Boy, Jack Perry versus MJF versus Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara. And I'm going to basically say that I think MJF is going to retain here. What say you, Deb?
I agree. I think MJF is going to retain. I think realistically, I feel like the only person that makes sense to beat MJF out of the Pillars is Sammy.
Yep.
I don't think Darby or Jungle Boy is, quite ready yet to have the main title. I think Sammy, we're in the middle of a face turn. Since we've seen his story on All Access, a lot of people have really come around to him.
Me included.
Yeah.
Right. And, I don't know if that's intentional. It could have been intentional. It could have been strategic on All Access to create this face turn. Or it could have just been, they told a story and people got behind him. It could have been organic. Who knows? But I still do think that MJF retains. And then I feel like we're going to get Sammy then chasing for the belt alone. I think this 4 Pillars situation, I think a lot of the fans haven't really bought into Jack Perry and Darby going against MJF. Sammy's much more believable as an opponent for MJF. So I think after this match, MJF's going to retain, and we're going to see Sammy, chasing after that belt. And what's better than a face chasing,
Right. Well, one point, and I want to go to Mongrovian. One point I want to make on this, since we're getting a face turn from Sammy, he's still technically part of the Jericho Appreciation Society. So when are we going to get the split from that? If he's going to be a face, he can't still be included in that group.
Right.
So ultimately, we got to get a split from that. And I agree. I agree. Sammy needs to, after Double or Nothing, I think we're going to see unless there's another story coming up. I don't know.
Well,
but I think that we were going to see a Sammy chasing MJF for the title. I would be all for that because All Access has really put a spotlight on Sammy and Ty and really Sammy. And
Yeah.
I have become a bigger fan of Sammy because of All Access.
Yeah.
I've always thought he was entertaining, but I've actually become a bigger fan of his and can get behind him from All Access. Mongrovian, what do you say?
Yeah. Ever since when he was saying it, well, Subway Sammy watching him in WrestleMania, and now I'm wrestling him. You know, Daniel, Brian,
Brian
whatever the
Danielson.
hell his name is.
I
The
love
little
that
hairy
everyone
Earth
always
guy.
does that. His name might as well be Daniel Brian Danielson.
Yeah, whatever. The yes guy. He's yeah.
I love it.
That
Yes
guy,
guy.
that yes guy. Yeah. Cool.
I
The
can't
best
say
in
the
the
guy
world.
married to the annoying Bella because they both annoying. So,
Oh my god.
that was
Awesome.
just a joke.
I will say
No, I think first of all, you haven't seen Sammy really out there with the JAS.
No,
So
but he's
they're
still
already
technically part of it.
right.
him from that. He's already on his own. He's on his own way to go. So sooner or later, it's going to be, hey, where have you been? You're never here. And it'll be, he'll have to have a match against Jericho again, I guess.
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had some chemistry. They had some chemistry when they had that what was that, a fatal 4-way or a
Right.
Yeah, and he got to go up against Jericho in that fatal 4-way. They had some chemistry, so it's definitely something to be revisited.
Right.
So
well,
they can tell
Sammy
that
has
story.
been Jericho's protege since the beginning of AEW.
Yeah,
Jericho kind of took him under his wing.
Yeah.
And you know,
he left. Yeah,
he's improved so much.
He left them, but he was swerving everybody that he left. Jericho to find out to screw MJF. So once again, it's MJF in the middle of everything.
Yeah,
with him.
I will say if you watch Sammy's vlog, like I have been for the last couple years, you know, you'd be a Sammy fan a long time ago. They're watching his journey through his vlog has been really, really interesting. You know, just seeing his growth as a person, as a wrestler, you know, seeing things like, you know, him getting married and all them on their travels. You know, they go to Brazil to visit her family frequently. You know, they bought a house recently. They have 2 adorable little kittens that they take with them while they're traveling, which is amazing. So yeah, if you don't watch Sammy's vlog, you're missing out. Oh my god, it's the best. They take these little kittens and
going all over the place with the freaking cats. They're not like dogs. You can't. The freaking cat's got to stay at home, dude. You understand? If you leave a cat enough room and water, enough food and water, they don't give a shit if they see you for 6 months.
Right. Cats don't give a shit.
Hence why my parents go traveling every weekend, and I'm in charge of stopping by my parents' house and feeding the cats once a day.
Yes,
that's what I do.
I have personally gone with her and done that with her. Yes,
that's my job. I'm cat feeder lady. I just stop by my parents' house and feed the cats when they're camping every single weekend.
Well, there you go. It just shows you that cats can be neglected for months on end and still be okay. They will not give a crap.
My parents do, however, take one of the cats camping with them. One of our cats, Puddle, she loves the outdoors. She goes camping with them in their little pop-up camper. They put her on a leash and she walks through the woods. It's fantastic.
Hey, by all means, Nation's Corner is not on board with animal neglecting. Just as a PSA, Nation's Corner does not support animal neglecting.
Not enough animals. I know. I'm just saying.
Mongrovian is just
bringing cats around.
Full of caca. Yeah.
Bringing cats around to the hotel. And half of those hotels in particular, they don't even allow the cats. They sneak them in.
Yeah, they sneak them in their backpacks.
Yeah.
They make enough money. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we're on board for an amazing pay-per-view tomorrow for AEW Double or Nothing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that us as a wrestling whole has had a good weekend of wrestling. And it'll continue tomorrow night.
Yep.
Marks
So,
and his brother's going to be there tomorrow.
Yes,
Nice.
yes. Shout out to Marks and his brother. So since we have a pay-per-view banger of a pay-per-view tomorrow, what are you guys cooking? What are you gonna have to eat tomorrow?
After my awesome night tonight with barbecue, which I'm gonna go eat as soon as the show goes over, I'm probably gonna eat a pizza out of the freezer, basically.
Oh,
I mean,
not gonna have
or
some leftover ribs.
Yeah, some
Leftover ribs
leftovers
are the
probably.
best.
Yeah.
We're making
We got
chili.
plenty.
We're gonna make chili in the crock pot. Got some Fritos to put in it too, so
Cool.
it's gonna be yummy.
How about you, Mongrovian? What are you having tomorrow?
We're going to my daughter's house. We're having Memorial Day barbecue bash over there.
Nice.
with
Hell
my
yeah.
daughter and
Nice.
Steven. Shout out to them. This is one of their first little get-togethers. Little barbecue,
Nice.
Cool.
little couple of brewskis, whatever, and then I don't know if I make it back
Nice.
in time.
Couple of brewskis, couple of hoskies.
Little lizard lots.
Well, good luck, because they're pretty much non-existent now. So yeah, good luck. So
I just
anyway,
well, we'd be remiss if we didn't say a happy Memorial Day weekend.
yes,
We all know what Memorial Day weekend is for. It's not for
it's
getting
to
together,
remember.
drinking beer and everything. It's to remember
No.
those who have
Yeah.
passed. So that's a shout out to,
Yep.
anybody who's lost anybody who's lost anybody to any wars.
Yep.
Yes.
It's a big sacrifice, and that's it. I just shout out to anybody who serves and served, and we love you all.
Cheers to those who didn't get to come home. Cheers. So that's what this is about. Not the barbecues, not the wrestling get-togethers, even though they are nice. This holiday is to celebrate and to remember those who didn't get to come home. So always want to remember that and hold those people in high regard, because they deserve it. So on that note, I want to end the show. I'm glad we got to discuss Double or Nothing. Glad we got to discuss Night of Champions, Impact, all the things that we as a crew and as a show get to do every weekend. So, Mongrovian, how can people find you on the socials?
At Mongrovian Mike, you can find me everywhere.
Yep, and you can usually find him doing some crazy shit with some
Dumb.
talking pictures and popping me every time he does them. You can usually see me popping right alongside what he's doing. So there you go.
In the summertime.
Yeah.
We all get it. We all get in cahoots. Tony thinks of stuff. I think of stuff. RA does stuff. Everybody.
We are
Garza,
all.
shout out to Garza. He's gonna,
Yep.
Shout out to RA. I mean, we're all
RA, Garza.
The juice is going. We all do crazy shit.
Yeah, once we get our juices flowing, you never know what's going to happen. So
yeah, it's all very
just remember
moist.
that. Just remember that. Deb, how can people find you on the socials? Hell of a segue.
I am at That's So Debonair on the Twitter machine and on Instagram. And if you want to see more of me, you can click the link in my bio on the Twitter or on the Instagram.
I don't know what that means, but it was cool that we got to go from talking about moist to Deb's links. So there you go. Yeah, Elder. Yes. Awesome. There's the flag. Represent. There you go.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's waving. Holy crap.
Waving.
Yeah. Ooh. I thought you had a draft in there or something. Yeah, it's awesome. It's waving. That's awesome.
That's it. It's the end of the night. Next comes the VHF signal, the black, the old days.
Yep.
You
We're not
youngins
gonna-
don't remember that.
No. I remember it though.
Yeah, there was a
Funny
time
story,
when we
I know-
couldn't be
I know it from
watching
Toy
Everyone
Story.
Loved Raymond until 6 a.m.
It was in Toy Story.
Yeah, of course. You remember something Toy
All
Story.
right, it never shuts up. The only thing is it plays the whole freaking song.
I am at Tony Justice AJFA, and if you're a Metallica fan, like I know all of us are, you know what that means. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us tonight, and we will catch y'all on the flip.